Hey everyone, welcome back. Let's continue Trials of Cold Steel. Got my green screen working. For now it should work as intended. Oh yeah, I was in the dungeon. The weather was terrible, so I couldn't stream like all week.
Hey, are we...
Looks like we are. That definitely seems to be the exit.
Oh, I'm glad to be back.
I can see the sunlight streaming in, so I'm guessing we're finally clear.
They have a nerve to call this an orienteering exercise. I'm not certain what I was expecting from an academy founded by Emperor Drygles. But I can tell you this wasn't it.
You can say that again. What was all that business about Class 7 anyway?
Good question. We've got people here from different backgrounds, classes, even cultures. Is there some sort of secret agenda with this whole Class 7 thing that we just don't know yet?
What was that?
There!
Ooh, nice.
The statue?
What the heck is that?
A beast of living stone?
The gargoyle. Very cool gargoyle. Stone gargoyle. Okay.
Are monsters like this common in the Empire?
Of course not!
These things cutting off our only route to the surface. No choice. We have to fight it.
Right.
Damn. Dear, I thought the worst was over.
Idios, help us.
This will take everything we have.
Should place my phone like a little bit easier to read. Okay. Let's try this first.
There!
My turn.
That worked. Good.
Give it up, everyone.
It's my turn.
You hit him too.
Right!
You use magic. If that.
My
Okay,
turn.
so stone didn't work. So what about fire?
Arcus, activate.
Okay, so fire does work.
Arcus, activate.
It's my turn. Right!
Shoot
How
him.
about this? Take this!
Ha!
Go!
Just choose this.
It's my turn.
Who would you
Marcus, activate.
Arcus, activate.
Take this! Leave it to me.
You just stick.
Here we go!
Leave it to me.
Nice, you got the
My
clip.
turn. Go! Arcus, activate. Huh.
Oh, what happened?
All right.
Oh, that's unfair.
Arcus, activate. I'm sorry,
Ooh.
everyone. Yeah. It's my turn. Eat that. Leave it to me. Take this. Thanks.
My turn. Give it up, everyone.
It's my turn. It's my turn. Go. Leave it to me.
As long as I have to buff, I should just attack
It's my
because
turn.
it also deals more.
Go. Right.
Right.
All right. There. Go. Come on. Leave it to me.
Oops.
All right. Go.
Heck.
Right.
Buff again.
Give it up, everyone.
Not yet. All right. Right.
Take this.
Not yet.
Yeah, you
Huh. It's my turn.
just attack.
There. Right.
Almost there.
Here we go. All right.
Nice.
Right.
Did it.
That takes care of them. I did it!
Careful dip.
Is it dead?
No, it's down, but not out.
That's one hell of a second wind.
Looks like this thing has our number.
It's no use. We're too spent to go another round with it. Guess I have no choice. I'll have to.
Stand back! Here!
You made it!
You've certainly got some good timing.
Seems like you're all okay, at least. I'm sorry we took so long.
You're here, and that's what counts.
So, a gargoyle, is it? I didn't expect to find the Dark Ages alive and well down here. It doesn't seem like it'll go down easily.
We did everything we had, but as you can see, it's rallying at an alarming rate.
But with this many of us, if we can just find an opening.
Fine. I guess I'll help out.
So it's all come down to me then.
You!
Arcus, activate!
Airstrike!
An opening!
Go!
This was the whole idea.
This one's mine! Ah!
She chopped his head off.
We did it! I think that's the end of it.
At the very least, that creature doesn't seem like he'll be coming back for a rematch anytime soon.
What happened there anyway? Right at the end of the battle.
Now that you mention it, I did feel something wash over me for just a second there.
There was a shimmering veil of blue light surrounding each of us.
Was there?
I did notice something as we fought. Perhaps it was just the blur of combat. But I felt like I could see everyone's movements in precise detail.
I don't think it was just your imagination.
Agreed. I have a feeling what we just experienced was...
The biggest selling point of the almighty Arcus? Give this man a prize.
Sure. Yes.
Looks like friendship and teamwork saved the day once again. I'm so proud of you guys.
And with a little heart at the end of the sentence.
Anyway, that about finishes up today's special orienteering exercise. Aw, what's with the long faces? I thought you'd all be happy.
What are we supposed to be happy about?
I have so many questions, I'm not even sure where to start.
Oh?
I'll take a stab at it. What exactly is the purpose behind this Class 7?
I mean, we get that it's supposed to be some sort of melting pot that includes a broad cross-section of people.
But why were the 9 of us chosen in particular?
That is a valid question. There's no single monolithic reason why you all made the list. But if I had to name a major contributing factor, it'd be those Arcus orbments you've got there.
How so?
Well, like I explained earlier, the Arcus units are developed jointly by the Epstein Foundation and the Reinford Company. Like any battle orbment, they let you use arts, and these have communication functionality built right in. But their crowning feature is what's known as combat linking. That's the phenomenon you all experienced just now.
So that's what that was.
Okay.
Seems like a pretty apt term. It did feel like we were all connected somehow.
Precisely.
Doesn't take a genius to imagine how much of an advantage a feature like that would be on a real battlefield. An elite unit that can sense each other's movements, acting in perfect sync even in the most chaotic conditions. You can hardly put a price on that. It could bring about a revolution in the way wars are fought.
It does sound rather
idealistic. Well, yeah, the technology has its limits. Some have a natural aptitude for it, others just don't. And out of this year's fresh batch of bright-eyed students, the 9 of you turned out to have the highest aptitude. And since aptitude trumps background in Class 7, well, here you are.
I see.
But what gives us this aptitude, though, as compared to our peers? It just seems so...
What indeed? As promised, if any of you have objections to being in this class, speak now or forever hold your peace. I think that pretty much covers the hows and whys of your situation. But this program isn't cheap to run, so we're not about to force anyone into it if they don't want to be here. You should also be aware that Class 7's curriculum will be tougher than any other class's coursework. Just fair warning. So now you know, and that leaves you all with an important decision to make. Will you stick with Class 7 or not? Oh, if you opt out, you'll just be placed in the class you would have been assigned to otherwise. There's no pressure. Nobles will land in Class 1 or 2, commoners in 3, 4, or 5. It's still just the first day, so there's no real catching up you'd have to do. I'm sure you'd fit in just fine.
I'll do it. Whatever Class 7 has to throw at me, I'm game.
Oh, wait, what?
Just like that?
So you're the first then. You seem pretty sure about it. Any particular reason?
Not really. I just feel like I've put my family out asking them to send me to this school. So, if it gives me more to show for my time here, I'll take whatever opportunities come my way.
A noble sentiment.
count me in as well. The greater the challenge, the more I can push myself to excel. One can't hone a blade without grit, after all.
Let's make it 3. Considering how far I came to attend this school, it'd be silly to back down before I even started.
Well, looks like we've got the country's strongest freshman on board, and our foreign exchange student too.
If they all said no, I wouldn't have a game to play, so...
Any more takers?
Allow me to take part as well. I was only able to come because of the school's generosity, so I feel it's my duty to help in any way I can.
Sign me up too! I kind of feel like fate brought us here for a reason, you know? And you all seem pretty easy to get along with.
And that's a yes from our 2 Orbital staff testers, though I feel compelled to remind you. Your weapons are still in the prototype stage, so on top of your other work, I'll be expecting reports from both of you.
Of course.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
Let me join too.
Huh?
Oh, there's a surprise. I was almost certain your rebellious streak would see you opt out just on general principle.
It does bother me that you've got us using these Arcus units that are still pretty clearly in development. But if I let every little nitpick like that hold me back, I'd never amount to much.
Words to live by right there. And that brings us to an even 6. Now, what about you, Fee?
Don't really care either way. You can choose.
Not
Just doesn't care.
This is one call you're gonna have to make for yourself. That was the deal, remember? You need to take control of your own life.
Fine, I'm in.
Well, at least you committed. We've got a magnificent 7 now. Which leaves just the 2 of you. I can see you got issues with each other, but that doesn't mean you can't at least try to work together. Why, if you just look past your differences and embrace the joys of youth, I'm sure you'll become the best of friends.
Like hell we will! The exploitation of the common people by the aristocracy is a blight on every facet of Erebonian life. Unless something is done about it, this country has no future!
I appreciate your candor, but I don't think you're going to achieve much by lecturing me about it.
Well, at least that makes this simple. I, Eustace Albarea, claim my place as a member of Class 7.
Huh?
Why? You're the son of a duke! Just the thought of being in the same class as commoners should make you sick!
I'll thank you not to tell me how I'm supposed to feel. As far as the House of Albarea is concerned, there's little difference between other nobles and commoners. Besides, this should at least ensure I won't have fools flitting about every day trying to win my favor. That said, I have little interest in getting drawn into your petty arguments on a daily basis either. I think it would be prudent for us to go our separate ways. I'm certain we can at least agree on this, no?
I don't need some pompous ass who coasts through life on his father's coattails telling me what to do. I'm in, come hell or high water. You might have had your successes spoon-fed to you up to now, but no outmoded class system is going to hand you trophies anymore.
We'll see about that.
They're going to be like this pretty much all year, aren't they?
Sure seems that way. I wouldn't bet on them ever seeing eye to eye.
Oh.
The pots shouldn't be too hard on the kettles.
Give a guy a break.
Well, how about that? 9 out of 9. With that, I'd like to congratulate all of you on being the first ever Class 7. I hope you keep those high spirits all year, because with the workload we've got planned for you, you'll need it.
I love the voice acting.
Well, I wasn't expecting Class 7 to turn out quite as diverse as this. It certainly promises to be an interesting year.
You took the words right out of my mouth. But perhaps this too is the divine providence of the goddess, no?
How do you mean?
Seeing them there, I feel they have the potential to be the light we seek. A light that can break through the storm clouds that continue to build over our nation day by day.
Seems that was the prologue. Yeah, the artwork is also very pretty. Dragon. En dat was de intro. Of course I'm going to. They skipped a lot of days.
All right. Time to get going.
Oh, Reen!
Morning, Elliot.
Good morning. Are you heading to school now too? How about we walk there?
Sure. It's getting late though, so we might need to pick up the pace a little.
No problem. I'm guessing everyone else left already, huh?
Nice storm.
I think so. I'm not sensing anyone else on this floor, at least. Gaius in particular is probably long gone by now, being the early riser he is.
Oh, okay then. He's not sensing anyone? What does that mean exactly?
Huh.
Good morning.
She's still mad at me.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning! Are you two on your way to school?
Yeah. Come on, Emma. We're going to be late.
Hey, wait for me, Lisa. We'll see you in class.
I never would have guessed she'd hold a grudge this long. She knows it was just an accident, right? She has to. Can't believe she'd be so sensitive.
No kidding. She's not even giving me a chance to apologize to her.
Well, as long as you keep trying, I'm sure she'll understand. Eventually. Class 7's got enough tension as it is, what with our two, prideful warriors at each other's throats. So I think it would be a load off everyone's mind if you and Elisa could make up at least.
I'll certainly do what I can, whatever that may be.
Wonder if they also changed.
These past 2 weeks have really
I
flown
might
by,
get
haven't
that.
they?
I should put it for this one. I hope it does catch my voice.
It's funny, I went into this thinking combat practice would be the toughest part of the curriculum. Never would have guessed the academic side of things might give it a run for its money.
Well, strong in body and mind is pretty firmly embedded into Imperial culture. I do get what you mean, though. I figured I'd be able to coast through the year, but I've had to very quickly reevaluate that.
You too, huh? I wish I were as smart as Machias or Emma. They don't seem to be having any problems at all. But then, Emma got the top score on the entrance exam, and I'll bet you anything Machias wasn't far behind.
I'm sure. Eustace and Elisa are apparently doing really well, too. As are Laura and Gaius.
Really? Guess I'm just gonna have to suck it up then. Though I really do hope they don't mind.
Huh? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, sorry. You got me thinking about Eustace and Laura. I've been talking to them the same way I talk to everybody else, but they're both nobles, right? And Eustace's family rules over the whole eastern side of the Empire, so it kind of feels like I should address them more formally.
Well, they both said it was okay, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Though you probably shouldn't go picking fights with Eustace every chance you get, like a certain someone else.
Oh, I don't plan on it.
Like a certain someone.
I'd hoped they'd get along a bit better over time, but if anything, things seem to be spiraling downhill fast on that end. When the two of them are in the same room, there's just this constant tension in the air.
So glad, like the green screen. Like how it should work.
It's not all Machias either. Eustace seems to enjoy provoking him at every opportunity.
Also the key lights are very nice too. Like they don't hurt my eyes that much.
I can't even
Because I'm
imagine
very
what it takes
sensitive
to
to
make them
light.
see eye to eye at this point.
Yeah, I wish there was something we could do to help them get along. And that's where we'd be if we weren't in Class 7. Dormitory number 2, for all the common folk like us.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? I'm still kind of shocked that Class 7 gets to have its own dormitory. Though, to be fair, I think that building was abandoned till this year. Seems like they renovated it just for us.
Well, they did a good job. It's got a nice feel to it. I just wish it were a little closer to the academy.
Hey, you're in our way. Step aside. Class 7, I see.
Is something the matter?
You're just a ragtag bunch of nobodies, aren't you? Come on, we're leaving.
Yes, Patrick! A word of advice. You might be part of a special class, but that doesn't change who you are. Never forget your place.
Yeah, those are the stuck-up nobles.
So they're from one of the upper classes. This is why I hate talking to them.
Unfortunately, that attitude is all too common among the nobles. Thank goodness Laura and Eustace aren't like that.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad. That's the infamous dormitory number 1, where all the nobility lives. It's supposed to be super fancy inside, with maids and butlers and everything.
They should have made some butlers because those nobles don't do anything. Why do I feel like it sometimes doesn't catch my voice?
Wow, really?
Maybe I should just move a little bit closer.
Guess that's our cue to pick up the pace.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, hey, have you picked out a club to join yet? Doesn't sound like you have to or anything, but it's probably a good way to meet people.
No, I'm still looking. It's hard to decide on one.
Stand, bow. Be seated.
As I'm sure you're all well aware, the Erebonian Empire was driven to the brink of collapse roughly 250 years ago. This was brought about by the conflict we know as the War of the Lions. A civil war lasting several years, staged over the throne of the But of course, I'm not here to tell you that. If I were, I think even young children would be able to pass this course. Rather, I'd like to discuss the effects this had on the Empire as members of the aristocracy were drawn into the war. Many hired mercenaries turned to looting and pillaging, and a similar trend could even be seen among some of the knights. The land was left utterly devastated, and morale was at an all-time low. But then, lo and behold, into this nightmare stepped a man willing to take a stand against this bloody war of succession. He was a wandering prince who began to rally forces from the outskirts of the empire, and would go on to make quite a name for himself. And that name, of course, was Dreikel's Rhysei Arnor. He would later become known as Dreikel's the Lionheart, the 73rd Emperor of Erebonia, and father of the Renaissance. Not to mention the founder of this very academy. Dreikel's army was initially rather small in number. But as he traveled across the empire, winning over the hearts of influential sympathizers, his forces rapidly increased. Now, the place where Emperor Dreikel's first began gathering his army was... Reen Schwarzer, would you care to tell the class?
Crap. Am I supposed to know this? I actually got it right. Well, she gave me a cheat sheet. And it seems I have to fix my... because he says things without saying things. By making good decisions, acting appropriately, and completing quests, you gain AP. When you've accumulated enough AP, your rank will. Next time you quest, there are 15 ranks ranging from B7 to A0, and every time your rank increases, you will receive a perk. Oh.
Nice work, everyone. You made it through another grueling day of classes.
I'm actually glad I got that question right.
Rock, please don't forget that tomorrow is your first free day. It's not technically a day off, but there are no classes, so it's up to you what to do with your time. Why, you could go shopping in the capital if you wanted to. Or just do what I do and sleep all day. Sleep is so wonderful.
Yeah.
Will the Academy's facilities still be open for our use?
Yes, I'd like to be able to use the free study area in the library myself.
Of course! This school shuts down for no one, so feel free to patronize any and all facilities as you like. A lot of clubs have meets scheduled for these free days as well, so anyone who's joined one should probably check on that.
I see.
I'll be certain to do so.
Also, before you leave, we should go over what's happening next week. On Wednesday, you all have your practical exam.
A practical exam?
What does that entail exactly?
Well, like she said, it's practical exam.
It's part of your
Not that
combat
hard.
training. You'll be graded on your performance, so make sure you're well rested and ready for battle by then. Might be a good idea to do some training on your own time too, just to keep from getting rusty.
Interesting.
I definitely don't like the sound of that.
Oh, and one more thing. After the practical exam is over, I've got another important announcement about a major part of Class 7's curriculum that I haven't mentioned at all yet.
What?
I see such a stupid teacher.
Here it comes.
So, whatever you choose to do on your free day, make it count for something. That concludes today's homeroom. Machias, if you'll do the honors.
Yes, instructor. All rise. Bow.
I wonder if I get like a menu to choose from, or that I can just like run around, look first and then decide what to do. In the building next door. to the east of the main building. There's more to tours than just the main building and all. Classrooms are facilities located on campus. Auditorium. Engineering class? The library. The student union building. Occasionally you will see event markers displayed on characters and places that show that an event will take place. Events, festival. Okay, so the red ones I need to find. Go to the left.
This should be the student union building. I know the cafeteria is on the first floor, but I wonder where the student council room is.
Hey there, first year. How's it going? Academy life been treating you well this past half month?
Oh, yeah, it has. Guess he must be a second year. It's not easy, but I'm managing. Mostly. Though I have a feeling it's only going to get harder from here on out.
Of course it will. Your class is going to be more intense than the others too. But you just hang in there, okay?
Okay. Wait. You're a second year student, aren't you? Do you mind if I ask your name?
Hey now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First things first, how about you let me show you this cool trick I've been practicing?
Trick?
You got a 50 mirror coin I can borrow?
I think so. Pretty sure I do anyway.
Cheers. All right, watch closely.
What?
I'm about to get cons.
Now, which hand is the coin in? Left or right?
It's in your...
Oh, it's in its back, most probably.
Too bad.
Guess you win. I'm usually pretty good at following. Though, wait. You said this was a trick, which means...
You catch on quick.
Huh?
Keep up the good work, man. You're gonna need to be pretty tough to get through a year with Sarah as your instructor. Oh, and the student council room is on the second floor, furthest room back.
See you around.
I got cons. He took my coin.
Wait, my fifth... He got me. Andy seemed to know I was heading to the student council room too. Somehow. I haven't met many of the second years yet. I wonder if they're all like that. Oh well. At least now I know where I'm going. Though if it really is open late, I guess there's no real rush. I might as well see what else people are.
No, I'm just going to the student council. Go to the cafeteria and the campus store. Food. Ooh. achievements. Hamster wants a Vincent here. Aw, you can't even sell me stuff. Why they make me happy for no reason? Here I was thinking I could like get stuff. This is... Oh, it's even above the door. Handy.
Hello? Please come in. It's open.
I recognize that voice. Pardon the interruption. Oh, you're that girl.
It's been about 2 weeks, hasn't it? Welcome to the student council room, Reen Schwarzer. Instructor Sarah sent you, right?
Yes. So, you're a member of the student council then? I wonder if she got moved up a few years. She looks even younger than Fee.
Is something wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just wondering, are you a second-year student?
I am, but there's no need for formalities with me. There's no junior or senior in my book.
That's not why he asked.
The name's Toa Herschel. I'm the student council president.
President?
Uh-huh. Does that surprise you? I'm sure I'll have plenty of opportunities to interact with you and the other first years during your time here. So if there's anything you need help with, you just come and let me know, okay? I'll do everything in my power to make it better.
Thank you. That's very kind. She's seriously the student council president? That's hard to believe. So, the reason I've come here is because you're holding on to something for Class 7.
Oh, of course. Here you go.
And that was the Red Bull.
Yours is the one on top.
Let's see.
Ah, student notebooks.
Our student notebooks. I completely forgot about these.
I'm really sorry it's taken so long. Class 7's curriculum is pretty different from any of the other classes. And you're even using a different kind of battle orbment, so yours had to be compiled separately.
Yep.
Meaning these notebooks have information in them about...
The Arcus, yes. All the student notebooks double as instruction manuals for their accompanying battle orbments. And the other first years are
Handy.
the same type as last year, so we could just reuse last year's template. But the Arcus type you're using works quite differently, so we had to write a whole new set of directions from scratch.
Okay, that makes sense. But wait, who's we?
Pretty much just me. Instructor Sarah asked me to do it on her behalf. Which means it's my fault this has taken so long. I'm really sorry.
You first of all her work on the student council president. He's a bad teacher.
Oh, no. If anything, it sounds like we owe you a huge debt of gratitude for putting so much time and effort into it. Is that really part of the student council's job, though? It seems more like something our instructor should be handling herself.
Technically, you're right, but she's always so busy. And I help out the other instructors a lot too, so I don't mind lending her a hand from time to time.
What a nice person. Maybe a little too nice for her own good. I doubt she ever gets a moment's rest around here. So, you just need me to give these to the other students in Class 7, right?
Yes, please. I really appreciate what you've all agreed to do too.
Huh? What do you mean?
I heard all about it from Instructor Sarah. She said you've agreed to help out the student council with our work, right? It's such a nice gesture. You're really getting Class 7 off to a great start here at the Academy.
Yep, now we've got a club.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Didn't you tell her that you wanted to help ease our workload? Something about wanting to better yourselves? To prove you were worthy of being a part of this prestigious new class? She said you were all really eager to help out, so I should try to delegate some of my duties to you.
Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Mwah.
Mwah, indeed.
I'm sorry. Did I misunderstand her or something?
No, she played you.
Oh, how embarrassing. I didn't mean to start trying to force work onto you when you've only just enrolled.
There's no way I can turn her down. No. Instructor Sarah's absolutely right. Your plate is as full as I've seen, so if I can help you in any way, please let me.
Phew. I thought there had been a terrible misunderstanding there for a moment. But don't worry, I won't give you anything too difficult. It'll mostly just be fulfilling requests from people in the Academy and in Trista.
Oh, she's giving me a quest board.
Requests?
Yep. Sometimes people send in feedback and list things they'd like us to do for them, and we try to help out however we can. I'll pick some up for you to do by the end of the day, and drop the list in your mailbox at your dorm tomorrow morning. Will that be okay with you?
Sure thing. Thanks. Dusk already? What a day. Can't believe she wound up treating me to dinner in the cafeteria. And she's still got more student council work to do yet. How is she so busy? Hello? This is Reen Schwarzer speaking.
Guten Tag, my favorite little Wunderkind.
Yeah, we're going German.
I hear you had a nice little dinner date with the student council president. Ooh la la.
If this is how you treat your favorite little Wunderkind, I dread to think how you treat people you don't like. Would you care to explain why you've been signing me up for things behind my back?
I'll skip the details for now, but it's got something to do with the other part of your curriculum that I'll be announcing next week. I thought it'd be a good chance for one of you to do a little rehearsal before the main event. And since the student council truly is busy, I figured, why not kill two birds with one stone? A fine plan, if I do say so myself.
I have a feeling half the reason they're as busy as they are is because of certain instructors. But alright, I'm happy to play along. Basically, you just want me to spend my free day tomorrow helping the student council, right?
Oh, that's entirely up to you. If there's a club you're interested in joining, far be it from me to force you away from it.
No, to be honest, I still haven't found one that really clicks with me, so that won't be a problem. There is one question I'd like to ask, though. Why me, exactly? This seems like the kind of task typically entrusted to the class president or vice president, so Emma or Machias. And even if you were choosing based on social class, Eustace and Laura were both born into noble families. I wasn't. So what makes me so special, exactly?
Well, in a sense, you're effectively at the center of Class 7.
Pardon?
I'm not saying you're its leader, of course. But in a class full of nobles, commoners, and exchange students, you in particular are special.
Special.
Surely even you can see that, no?
Well...
That's why I decided to give you first dibs, so to speak.
My neighbors are barbecuing again. Oh, it smells so good.
Get an idea of how
Makes
things
me
might look
hungry.
from here on out. There's never been a class like yours before, after all. So there you have it. The beans have been spilled all over the place. Ball's in your court now.
Wait, what are you drinking?
Beer, of course. It's the weekend and I'm stuck wasting away in my room, imbibing libations. Alas, all by my lonesome. If only I had a classy gentleman friend who'd go out drinking with me. But woe of woes, such a man is nary to be found.
You shouldn't be saying that. Students.
Are you okay?
Never better. But you, instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along. And on that note, make sure you're back in the dorm by curfew and all transgressions will be forgiven. Toodles!
If I don't plant myself somewhere, huh? She may have a few screws loose, but she's got a point. Maybe I should just try going with the flow and see what comes of it.
Chapter 1. Afterwards, Green returned straight to the dormitory. After relaxing in his room for a while, he decided to walk around the dorms. You can now view the overall achievements and character tabs in your notebook. Both can be accessed by pressing the touchpad button or choosing Note from the camp menu and then selecting the respective tabs. Alright, President Tower left me in charge of handing out everyone's notebook. Tomorrow's the first free day, so I should get this done with. Be aware, however, that the story will progress should you return to Rain. Okay, so if I return... Noah gave me class 7 student notebook to hand out earlier, so I'm just going around delivering them. Here's yours, Elliot. Oh, thanks. Anyway, where are you playing the violin? Rhoda, it's pretty late, so I wasn't really playing first. Just doing the fingering and motion. There's some nice violins in the room. Hey, oh, has the music stuff. More violence. Radio? No? There's your notebook. Works. He's doing his art thing. Nice. He has some problems. Now I only have the girls left. You're here. Have our own kitchen. Okay, so... Oh, second floor. That works. Giving everyone their notebooks. The only things he does is sleeping. Even thinking going to some instant girl's room. I'm not going to molest you. Think. Oh, she has a bunny. She's still hiding her last name. Old schoolhouse, Mr. Marble delivery and noteworthy. I kind of dropped my student notebook and now I can't find it. Okay. I just finished repairing a bunch of orbital tech here at the engineering club and deliver it. I have reason to believe that strange phenomena have been occurring in the old schoolhouse. I just would like to request that one or more combat ready students look into this. Back to me. One from the principal, one from the engineering club, and hey, one from first year. You can now view the quest steps in your notebook. Quest step automatically records the progress of all quests. extracurricular activities you undertake. It can be accessed by pressing the touchpad or by choosing no to the cam menu. Some quests must be completed in order to advance the main story. These quests have a required mark next to their name, and the story will progress only once they've been completed. Quests without this mark are not essential for advancement and will disappear from the list if not undertaken in time. On free days, special events can be triggered with certain classmates and sub-characters. They are called bonding events. 1 point will be consumed every time you view an event, but your bond with that character will be strengthened. When the time of day advances to evening, all daytime bonding events quests will no longer be available. In exchange, you will receive 1 bonus point, which can be used to trigger an evening exclusive bonding. In your free days, you can use bonding points to participate in bonding events with other characters. Different bonding events will be available during the daytime and evening. In the evening, during free days, you will receive an additional bonding. Weather's beautiful today, right then, let's head out. General good stocks, ingredients and accessories. Massage, boutique selling clothes. Bookstore. Cafe and in stocks food items. You may also pay a small fee to rest there and restore. You can now use the square button to access the quick travel menu. And in town, you can use the square button to access the quick travel menus. Selecting a location allows you to travel there instantly. You can also see character location, well, whenever they have a bonding event. Oh, that's very handy. Okay, so if I go to the cafe and inn, yes, here. No? Outside then. Oh, he's sitting here. That's bomb, dude. In order to drink and proceed to join Makai's on his break. Tip. You can tell this cafe uses some high quality beans for the coffee. There's a rich flavor behind the initial bitterness and the fragrance is utterly fantastic. I take it you're pretty knowledgeable when it comes to coffee then, mainly due to my dad. He's been drinking it as long as I can remember. Thanks to him, I started drinking it while I was studying. He readily gave me a taste for it. Ah, that explains it. This actually makes me curious about the kind of person Governor Reckling is. Speaking of which, is that tea I see you drinking? It is. I'm way more used to tea than I am to coffee. Here is nice and relaxing too. I'm not sure I'll ever even understand the appeal. It doesn't help that I always associate it with nobles. In fact, I saw one particularly irritating noble arrogantly sipping away at the cup the other day. Like, dude, just relax. Maybe you had a little bit too much coffee. Sorry, I didn't mean to rant. I didn't mean to sound like I was judging you or anything. I mean, you're not even a noble. Don't worry about it. Why don't you give it a try though? Might actually end up liking it. I guess I could. I'll try some of my coffee too then. They each poured some of their drinks into the other's cup from their respective spots. Dip. You're right, this isn't so bad. I'm glad to hear it. I might actually consider having some coffee next time I'm really studying. It keeps you sharp between the ears. Why don't the two of us study here sometimes then? Sounds like a plan. Aw, we've become study buddies. Study buddies. Your bond with Makai is strength. Go square, then go to the glass dormitory, and then the second floor I can bond with person. You got a lot of packages. Ooh, well, we're done with about half of them now. I didn't expect there to be quite this much of everything. There has to be a month's worth of food here, not to mention a bunch of clothes and other daily necessities. I didn't expect this either, now I feel bad for dragging you into it. My sister's way too protective of me sometimes. Oh, you've got a sister? Yeah, another one. She's always been a bit on the clingy side too. I mean, I'm grateful that she sent me a care package, but I wish she'd tone it down a bit. I'm not a kid anymore. You mean it? I think it's kinda nice actually. You can tell that she really cares about you. Really? Oh. Elliot took a worn-looking piece of sheet music out of the box. Is that sheet music? It looks like someone got a lot of use out of it. Yeah, I used to practice with this all the time back home. To tell you the truth, I actually want to enter music academy before I ended up here. Oh really? Then I guess joining the wind orchestra wasn't just a casual thing. Well, I've always loved music ever since I was younger, but in the end I wasn't all that serious about it, so I ended up choosing tours instead of music academy. Weird, really? Well, either way, it'd be nice to hear you play that piece sometime. Sure, one of these days. Green and Elliot returned to sorting out the packages, only getting through with the strength of their combined effort. Your bond with Elliot is tight. Nice. Okay, so bonding event doesn't actually do anything with the time flow, so that's nice. And the weather's perfect today. The fish are really gonna be biting today. Looks like he's a student from one of the upper classes. Hey there, haven't met you yet. You've got one of those red uniforms on, so I guess you're from class 7. That's right, my name's Rand Parser. You're 4th year too. Yep, I'm Kenneth Lakeforest, class 2. I'm part of the Imperial Fishing Club. Really laid back, you'd like it. But yeah, pleasure's all mine. Likewise. I take it the Imperial Fishing Club's about fishing? You catch some quick. Twist is supposed to be a great place for fishing, and there are tons of different fish you can catch here. I'm just trying to figure out the right spot. Seems like you're having fun at least. You've done a bit of fishing in your time, haven't you? How about giving it another shot? Why does every RPG have a fishing minigame? Just ignore that for now, it's not all that important. Oh yeah, once you start landing some big catches, come back and collect me. Oh, and I can actually get things for fishing. I'm still confused about some stuff you said, but oh well. At fishing points you can fish a set number of times. By catching fish you will earn angler points, and the amount you get will depend on variety and size of the fish you catch. Get fishing to earn more points. Talking to Kenneth will allow you to exchange your angler points for items. So I can catch fish each day, but it's limited. Fish. So I should just press the button when it's on Portail. Oh, and I can fish 5 times.
Not bad.
Oh, I should do this with every day.
Caught one. Caught one.
Let's start.
Not bad.
Okay. The Union Building, first floor. There she is. Pardon me, you're Colette from class 4, right? I believe you submitted a request to the student council. Yes, I did, but you're that guy from class 7. Did you join the student council when I wasn't looking? Nothing like that, I just decided to help them out with some work. Student council president told me to handle the request. Oh, so that's how it is. Oh, we're both first years, but you seem so much more grown up than me. The people in class 7 must be amazing. It's no big deal, so you wrote that you need help looking for a student notebook. So that means you're going to start looking right away. They said that if one person wasn't able to help me, they sent someone else to do it. I see, so that's how Tawa had this all arranged. Well, let's just help her. You can count on me. Thank you so much. Before we get too excited, I think I'll need a bit more information to have any hope to find you. Can you tell me when you first noticed you dropped your notebook? It was right after school yesterday when I went to borrow a book from the library. You can't borrow books without your notebook, so I went to take it out, and I couldn't. It just wasn't there. Yesterday after school, got it. So when was the last time you remember having it? Probably right when class it has been day yesterday. When it was still in the classroom. So I must have dropped it somewhere between my classroom and the library. Did you stop anywhere on your way to the library? Well, after I left the main building, I came here to the student union. Pretty sure I went to the library after that. It should be everywhere I went. Right, so there really aren't many places where you could have dropped it. The best way to go about this seems to be to split up and search the main building and the area around it. Yeah, that's just what I was going to ask you to do actually. I'm hoping it's there because I searched the library from top to bottom this morning. The rooftop's out because the janitor said he didn't notice it when he was doing the morning clean. Okay, so what were you doing on the rooftop? Main building it is then. So do you think I should start with the classroom? No, I don't think you need to check them at all. I searched my classroom yesterday and didn't go into any others. It's probably be a good idea to focus on the halls and the rest of the areas. I have a feeling that if it's in the main building, it's going to be on the second floor somewhere. Thanks for the info. Okay, so main building, second floor. Main building, second floor. Nope. Hey Cole, how are you doing? What's funny? Oh, I went outside. Bro. Room, art room. This is a Japanese role-playing game called Legend of Heroes Tales of Cold Steel. It's the first in trilogy. So you're a student of class 7, a classmate who tests new military weapon. I think it qualifies as a weapon. That makes you like very perceptive to your fellow soldiers. Kind of military school. But I've been tasked to find someone's freaking notebook and I have no idea where it is. He said something about it being on the second floor, but maybe I have to talk to people for it. But it's actually pretty enjoyable if you like role-playing games. No, this is actually my first time playing this game. I've bought 1 and 2 because I have the third one of the trilogy in pre-order for September. So I was like, before I started playing that one, I should play 1 and 2. So that I don't actually miss anything. Because it does have a continuing story arc. But it's very enjoyable so far. Anything focusing on corridors and rest areas. There's an inkling it will be on the 2nd floor, so I actually have to computer room is locked. But then I'm going to check the rooftop once again and then the 1st floor. Because I checked the whole of the 2nd floor. They always have those stupid fetch quests. Ah, that's the quest for the principal. And I already did that. Yeah, then I'm going back to courtyard too. Resting there. That's the engineering. Oh, damn it. Like, how hard is it to like find one notebook? I fish again here. I actually can fish again. Where's the library? So it's not between the buildings. Yeah, I seriously have no idea where it should. Also couldn't click anything in the rest area, second floor, so don't really know what they want me to do. Like, it's not in the classrooms. Cannot do anything. Seriously. Ah, at least I found it. God damn it. Like, I literally went there 3 times and it didn't pop up. There's a stupid notebook. Old school building. I can also just do the engineering first. Doesn't really matter, I have to do them both anyway. Give me a job, George. First with the orbital skill to the cooking club. Next to above in town. Antique orbital lamp. Pawn shop. Southeast part of the central shopping. Okay. Radio. Southwest. So southeast, southwest. Same shopping district. Do the town first. Because I have to report back when I've delivered everything. Okay, so I had the pawn shop, At Might's Pawn Shop you can purchase curios. The items on offer will change each time you enter the shop. You might even find rare items you've missed in chests elsewhere. Okay, so he sells weird shit. Since I cannot teleport to the radio, I'll just... I also did that, and then I need to go to the second floor main building. You can now view the recipe tab in the notebook. You can use recipes and ingredients to make food from a camp menu. Got the radio for it. Factories you can use separate to unlock slots in your party augment. That one. The healing and one. Below. They even have customization option. Attack crash can potion. Let's give him the shield. You to have this one. You can have wait. Then I'm going to end it here. Thank you all a lot for watching. I will definitely be back because the temperatures are just normal again, so I can easily stream. I might do an extra stream like in the evening when I'm done eating and everything, because I have another game that I really want to stream to. It's called Dragonstar Frontier. It's tactical JRPG. So I might stream that tonight, otherwise I will be back Wednesdays. Thank you all very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!